But okay, I'll get this together. Typically, like it's $150 to install toilet.
Okay.
And then my hourly rate is $85 an hour.
Okay.
So then to plumb the other two, probably 2 hours.
Woke up this morning, I didn't give a fuck. Took the first sip of my coffee, and I knew I still didn't give a fuck. It's a beautiful morning, and guess what? I don't give a fuck.
Case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level of my graph, so I go horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I want to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. Now there it's going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
What's up with it, y'all? What's up with it? What's going on with it? Sorry for starting this a little bit late. I had so much going on. I still kind of do. I'm trying to get all this done, but I didn't want you guys to wait around. So the audio is out. So happy for that. So happy for that because look here, man. I tried to tell y'all. And, transparency is very important, super important, big, massive shout out to Plunder. I don't really know Plunder, I don't know I don't know much about her, but, she did, she came through, she spent her own money to do that, man. And, that's super cool. She spent her own money to do that, her time, and appreciate it. Transparency is very important. So, I made a post last night, and I didn't even realize until I already made this live to schedule this live that I'm like, where's the whole audio at? Because like last night, somebody sent Noel a clip of the hearing. It's like 1 minute and 30 seconds long. That's it. So I listened to this and I'm like, there's no way that A, this is just what she posted, or B, this is all that they sent her. I mean, maybe it was all that they sent her. I don't know. I don't know what they, Pasco County gave her. So I'm listening. I'm like, this has got to be a teaser. It's got to be a teaser clip. So sure enough, to my understanding, that's exactly what that was, a teaser clip, because in its entirety, it is out there. A lot of comments. So I have not even heard the entire thing yet, but but we're going to listen to it together because, there were, I remember way before this came out, I told you guys people getting caught lying in court and whatnot. But there's things I forget. I can remember that. But in this teaser clip, just for an example, you hear you hear like what was said, this talk about the DV, this talk about DV, and but you know, you can't really, there's no context in the teaser clip because there's nothing there, right? But you have to hear what was said before that, and man, look, hey, you know, I'm bringing to the court's attention that, hey, man, there is some DV stuff here. I just ask in open court, you know, about, here's some paperwork, you know, validating what I'm saying. And but I told you guys this. You guys knew all of this. But what I didn't remember or tell you, because I didn't remember, is what I said after that. And what I said after that is, the claim was, I'm beating and kicking on a door, I'm knocking on a door, I'm doing all this on a door. And also that there was police reports made from me doing said behavior. So I ask in open court, is there, you know, a copy of this police report? And the answer was no. So my question is, well, how do we know that's factual? I'm in a courtroom. We have to be able to like split truth and lies. We have to be able to figure this out, right? That's all the courts I've ever been through. That's what they do, you know. And I'm so happy that I did say that. I actually said, listening to the clip, I said, how do we know this is factual? And the response I got, well, and I forgot this part too, was, you know, someone said the lawyer is a part of the of this court or something like that. Well, that's great, but I already knew. I asked the question because I knew the answer, right? Which also came from Plunder and another FOIA request, which was a FOIA request done on police calls made that day, right? If somebody kicks my door, bangs on my door, if somebody that I do not want at my house, anybody comes here that I'm in fear for, and I feel like I need to call the police, I'm going to do it, right? But we already know through the FOIA request there was no calls made from mannequins, right? So it's all very important. And again, I have not listened to the thing, right? What I wanted to say on this opening thing is Plunder ended up leaving a comment on my post. And look, I made one video about Plunder years ago, and it had to do some stuff with like the Wells family. I put that thing private. This lady has been it's a huge help getting this, right? It's a huge help getting this, you know, because transparency is important. Some people are going to look silly. So they're going to, you know, people will listen to this and they're going to have their opinions. Sure, I get it. Some people will, I don't know, in people's opinions, people could look like liars. You know, it's almost like you're there. But then, you know, then there's, you know, you could hear factual. You could hear people will come out looking factual, people will come out looking like liars. People can do all types of, make their own decisions. Y'all got to give me 1 second, man. I'm doing this really fast. I hit the comments right after this before we go any further. But I started this thing, and the damn thing, I was in the middle of literally something. So just give me 20 seconds, guys, please. But shout out to Plunder, massive shout out to Plunder for getting that. And we knew that was going to happen. I didn't have a conversation with her, but I know people who kind of do know her or whatever. And in her, Patreon, I believe, is when she said she's going to do it. Come on, dude. Yeah, whatever. Okay.
I'm having issues of my own on this stupid phone. I'm trying to do Timber's thing.
Give you a second, guys. I'm trying to pay a bill. I had got a different card for an account. Okay, what is this supposed to do? Jesus Christ. All right. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. What did it say? So, it's not on here. Sorry, guys. 2 seconds.
I'm trying to pay a bill.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's because they mailed me this damn new card. It's not accepting my old card. You know what I mean? Which is weird, but whatever.
Dang it! Come on.
Okay, bam, bam, bam. Is this the end of this or what? Okay. Come on with this already. Come on. Loading, whatever. Just save the damn card so we can get on with this. Sorry, guys.
How much can go wrong for one
Exactly. Okay. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, great.
I swear on my life, I cannot, and I don't even know if I have the patience to do this anymore.
Okay, hold on. Let me hit the comments. All right, almost done. Let's gotta do one more thing. Sorry, guys. My bad. This thing has to save. But yeah, did you guys see this thing? I swear to God, I have not heard the whole thing. We're gonna review it together. I mean, I was there, but still, I heard once I knew that little clip, I had a feeling like she was doing it like a teaser clip. But we got this. We'll review the whole thing. There's also some other things going on. You have people getting citations. I can't really say they were arrested, but you have people getting citations at the Guthrie house, right? And then on top of that, you have some very, very, very tragic news, which goes into like the whole fangirl thing and these people that are just swinging on the mannequin's cock and everything else. It's very, I don't even know what words to use to learn that Magnolia is diagnosed with cancer, right? I don't even know really what to say about that. The first thing that comes to my mind is this situation. I mean, basically at the end of the day, who puts hands on someone who's diagnosed with cancer? I mean, we get a post from her, I shared it, but it's like, are we really going to believe that nobody knew about this at all? I mean, I don't know how long it's been going on. I don't know all these things, but I mean, there had to be symptoms. I mean, you would only imagine. Again, I don't know. Okay, I'm done with that stuff. Sorry, I had this thing scheduled. I want people leaving. Let me hit the comments. So sorry about that. This song slams. What's up, Hella? So, I got a lot of comments saying people messaging us about the judge. I don't know what to say about that.
I have a lot of people.
I think it's there for you to judge for yourself, but I do want to come on here and just go over it. Do you know what the poison was? Yeah, I'm getting a lot of comments like that as well.
A lot of people did not like or appreciate that judge much.
What I am happy about is, I can't say that I'm happy, but look, for my OGs that are here, y'all know we keep it real. Truth tellers, man. I try to keep the type of channel, we don't have no shenanigans. We bring receipts. We do all that, right? But I'm not on here telling all these lies, man. I'm not on here trying to get subscribers by lying and all this. Just keep it real, truthful. It's not that hard. It's before the audio came out, I tried to put down and let you guys know how court went for me as best as I could remember it. And it just feels good to be, and I told everybody as I was saying it, I'm going to be vindicated. You're going to hear this with your own ears at some point. But I do want to say, before I listen to it with you guys, at the end of the hearing, I started to lose my cool. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a professional talker. All I can do is, debunk claims and this and that. So it's not that I lost I lost my cool a little bit, but it was out of frustration. And if you listen to that hearing, there's not a person on earth without a brain that can listen to that. Well, that knows the facts of everything that could listen to that hearing and not feel or get frustrated. Like, you know, how do I word this? I guess like this, right? How do you combat somebody lying and then you have the truth with you, but it still goes that way? How do you combat that? You know, so it's tough, right? So it's just weird, but you know, we're gonna review it. I need the link. Again, I swear to God, I have not listened to the entire hearing yet. I did listen to this. I'm calling it a teaser clip. I don't know what it is, but let me find this thing. Yeah, could you text it to me and give me the speaker?
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys, if you for the people in the chat that have saw the thing in entirety, right? In Plunder's video, the entire thing. I mean, you're not seeing anything, correct? She probably has like you're gonna send it to me?
Yeah, hold on.
I'm trying. I'm just gonna Bluetooth it because, and I will share Plunder's link. You know, make sure you guys give her the credit as it's deserved. But you know, but my point is like it's not showing anything that I believe unless she used like some filler background or something like that. But you're not gonna see the entire courtroom. Or should I haven't seen it? Maybe you can. I don't know. I doubt it. There's no cameras in there, so let's see.
That, and she's talking about things, not something that I'm going to consider as evidence. So Keith, take him out. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He gets to ask him questions. One's house, and then.
Okay, so you have so she's using like filler backgrounds, right? So you can't. There's nothing that you can see on here is my point. And the only reason I want to do it like that is I don't want to lose, like get a shitty connection or nothing like that. So it's just easier on my end. So we don't have any shitty connection and we'll go ahead and review this thing. Hey, where's the speaker that we were listening to last night? Okay. Rachel says, hey, Matt and Noel, I love you guys. Appreciate it, Rachel. Oh, shout out to everybody. If you got a membership, I hope you did. I gave away a couple at the beginning of the live. Cowboy says, all of you fangirls here, do you know that the gutless sumbitch blocked me from his channel for telling did he said, you and a million others, Cowboy. What's up, Dolly Talk? I see you, man. I see you. Good stuff. You stood your ground good the other day. Didn't mean to get you confused on the video I made, but we're past that. Kind of try to tag Hella, and I feel like I got her attention and she understands. Damn trolls, white boy. Did you see the state of Alex last night? Drunk as a skunk and going nuts at Nancy's house. No, I didn't see that. But a couple days ago, you guys saw this guy get a citation for I don't know if it was criminal mischief or whatever. He got some misdemeanor, right? But it's just so weird to me that the juice. It's all very strange to me. So I think everybody kind of thinks that guy's slow, or at least everybody knows he's a little bit slow, right? I think people have kind of shown him some mercy instead of like creators going in on him. But at some point, like, he's a grown man, and at some point the police are there and you're calling the mannequin. Like, what is he going to do? Right. At some point, like, you have to, it's also weird to me that this guy, he's a black gentleman, he has to have seen, it's impossible for him not to have seen the thousands of uploads and clips and links that are shared all over Twitter, which he's active on. And he doesn't see this guy saluting Adolf Hitler, sucking it off like a Coke, like sucking the Coca-Cola bottle off like it's the dude's, like it's Hitler schlong. I mean, it's impossible for him to have not seen that and a million other weird racial things that is out there on the internet already, right? And he's, you know, pretending not to see it, which, you know, that's his choice. It's just all weird though. It's very weird knowing that and watching and just watching it, right? It's so weird. I mean, maybe and just maybe he doesn't know, or maybe and just maybe, I don't know. You know, I'm saying the guy is slow. I don't know I don't watch it, right? So I don't know, but you know, it's just very weird watching this guy call the mannequin as the police hand him some type of citation. Like, what was the aftermath of that? Did he offer to pay it? Get him a lawyer? Like none of that's coming. All right, what's going on here?
There it is.
Okay, the whole
Seriously, I just looked all around.
It was in there.
That. It was in
All
the
right.
bathroom.
All right, so here I'm gonna play this for you guys. But you know, I've already. We're gonna skim through it. We're not gonna listen to every second. But there's like there's certain situations where if you have listened to it, you might be like, well, what the hell is that? You know, you may not know, right? You know, so like, for an example, there was a time in the hearing where the judge asked Noel to leave, right? You know, so if you don't know that context, there was a couple different things. We can only listen to it to explain it together, but you know, so you kind of need that, right? So let me play this, right? Let me get the Bluetooth going. We're gonna go over this. There's a lot that I forgot, but from what I can tell, from not only the messages here, but man, people emailed and everything, and they're unhappy after hearing this. Unhappy. I never really said anything about the judge publicly. I don't think that I will, because at the end of the day, I have to have an appeal in. But actually, that doesn't even.
No, we'll be requesting a separate.
Yeah, it doesn't even go to her. So the only thing for me, man, with this situation really is, I'm very happy for transparency. I think that's so important, right? For me.
That was
okay. Got it. I got it. I got it set. So for me, like, I don't really, I want to appeal this in a matter, you know, just shining light on lies. That's really what I care about. You know, that's where I'm at. Right. And so you guys should understand that in full context after hearing this. Right. So we're going to review this thing. Let me hit the comments real fast. I'm fighting about the Angries. Mermaid's in here. Oh, shout to Mermaid. Yes, feel better soon. Mermaid didn't know that you didn't feel good. Rachel says Noel texted you back. Noel, I'm gonna need you to explain the.
I'm about to go into Timber's room.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
Call me if I'm not in here. I'll come back.
So what I'd like you to do is there's a part, and I don't know where it is, but there's a part where like the judge asks you to leave. Do you want to talk about that?
She didn't ask. That bitch yelled for no fucking reason too. Psychotic.
Do you want to talk about that?
Whatever.
All right. I don't know when we'll get to it, but I'm gonna need you to explain that.
Yeah, when you get to it, we can.
Okay, so let's play this thing, guys. Again, this is Plunder. I'm gonna drop our link in the channel in the chat below. Please go over there and show it some love. The video itself, listen to it in entirety yourself. And I'm gonna drop that in chat in just a second. So let's play this. Let's start this.
May I just ask, when did you this is your girlfriend on the picture?
Yes.
And when did you date her?
Dated her, we lived together up to December of 2025. We lived for 3 years together. That's my face, my ex, and he has an error of 2026. He is in my neighborhood with, so I felt safe for me. They are mine. Anti continues to. It's never happened before in my life.
Ma'am, is it now?
No, ma'am.
Sir, what are you doing?
Taking care of my loved ones. I'm terrified. I feel like I face imminent. My mother lives.
Jamie Tennille fill-in charge, which is what this is. What I'm taking away from this is that he had on September 6th of 2025. This is a different county.
This is not somebody that is in fear or needs
Okay, and they're alleging that you did.
a police report made from me going to that's factual.
It's not something that I'm going to.
I haven't listened to this guys yet, so I listened to that part. So give me a second. Let's see.
DEMAURO. And
A quick
Tyler
docs right off the
Colvin,
bat.
And you're next. And then. No, that's okay.
All right. So let's just do this all at once, right? So I'm gonna go back to the beginning. Again, I have not listened to this until we're here with you guys. So that clip that was from last night that I just skipped through. Let's go through that real fast. So here we go.
May I just ask, when did you this is your girlfriend on the picture?
Yes.
And when did you date her?
Dated her. We lived together up to December of 2025. We lived for 3 years together. That's my face, my ex, and he has an arrow pointing. It says in big capital letters, "Abuser." JLR investigates violent attack on ex-girlfriend. It's dated March 19th, 2026. He is in my neighborhood, and it's from a video that he made when he came to my house. And came to my neighborhood with a doctored photo of my ex-girlfriend with a black eye.
So a doctored photo of the ex-girlfriend with a black eye. So this is why, and for those that don't know how this thing goes, right? So I'm gonna be honest with you. These like restraining order hearings they're all new and kind of strange to me, right? I have been in court before. And you're confident that the judge is gonna. I'm a believer in judges. I'm a believer in judges. I think if you talk to them, I am. I'm pro judges, right? So, and in court for me, my past experience beyond this has been, I guess, fair, right? I don't blame the system for sentencing me and I had to go off to prison or something like that. Those are my mistakes that I made. I broke the law, right? So I'm not one of these persons that's going to blame the system for everything, right? So, and nobody heard me say anything about the judges. I've gotten a million messages about the judge, but you never heard me say anything about the judge, right? But back to this, what's going on here is doctored up photos of my ex-girlfriend. Okay, so I haven't had the floor yet. Right. And when in these hearings, they open up, which was weird. I didn't get to open up, but they opened up and then I get to ask questions and then they get to ask questions. Right. And that's how it goes. Right. So with that said, when it comes to me asking questions, right. Or I should say this. When they were asking questions, there was no time thing. We didn't have to hear there's other cases to be heard. None of this, right? But when I'm asking questions, we have to hurry up. We have to, and it's crazy to me the way this thing went down, and we're going to get into it, he's saying that I was in his neighborhood. I'm using a doctored photo on some thumbnail. Man, this picture came from a FOIA request that was only between the victim and the police at that time, right? It's not me using AI. I didn't edit it. I use it as a thumbnail, but so moving along. Let's continue this.
The words.
Okay. Point to that is, at this point, I didn't get to show, the reason I was out there doing a protest, right? I didn't get to say, or I didn't get to ask, I should say, I asked straight about domestic violence in open court. And that was a weird thing because they're going to get to it.
I had to go work, so I went to Tucson, Arizona, because I had a job already, a job assignment to me. They are mine, antisocial personality disorder, and he's posting my medical documents for the world to see. I can't even sleep at night because I think this guy's going to come back. So
this is when the crying comes. I want to stop real fast and go back.
It's from a video that he made when he came to my house and came to my neighborhood with a doctored photo of my ex-girlfriend with a black eye. So I felt safer to just, leave, go to work, do my job. So I went to Tucson, Arizona. Medical records, I don't know how he obtained them, of me. They are mine. Antisocial personality disorder. And he's posting my medical documents for the world.
Okay, so that's a lie. I never posted anybody's medical documents. How could I get anybody's medical documents? That's against HIPAA. And I said this in open court. Like, I can't get any of you guys' medical records. Even if I doxed you and went all the way in, it is impossible for me to obtain your medical records, right? And I said in open court, which we'll hear, this is taken out of context, that there was a meme somebody created, right? And the meme was created off of another, I believe, I want to say this, I don't know for sure, but there was a FOIA request, I believe someone else did, because I'll show it to you right now. The Torch Spotlight posted this. The Torch Spotlight right here. The Torch Spotlight, let's go to the posts, and it says right here. It says, Mannequin has made his medical information public himself. And there's a picture here that says, I've been diagnosed with mental illness for many years. It's something I struggle with that I'm working on. Rich has told Judge Cody, I need treatment. I have mental issues. I need help. Judge Cody listened to the explanation, but in the end was not convinced that his. So I don't know. This is some FOIA request that I'm unaware that how it was even done, right? But that's what the meme was based off that I reposted on my Twitter. All I did is repost a meme, right? I did not post anybody's medical records. I don't have access to that, right? So you see how one can get frustrated here. And you're going to hear it later on. Let me hit the comments. Yes, it's bad. It's so bad. But I just want everybody to understand that. You guys do realize it's impossible for me to get anybody's medical records, right? As it is for you to get mine. And I say that in open court. And I can't wait till we get to that part because if I remember right, nothing is said. I'm like, wait a minute, that's against HIPAA. I'm like, it's impossible for. I don't remember exactly what I said, so we're going to listen to it. But I remember addressing this, right? So it's all very strange. Okay, couple shout outs real fast. Alpine, member for 1 month. I'm proud of you and the missus for fighting the beast. You will prevail. Thank you so much, Alpine. I appreciate you, Mama, always for the support. Brian Ramblings, keep up the good work, Matt. Thank you for the $2, bro. I appreciate this. We got Rachel. Holy shit, almost 70 months strong. Wifey comes in. Love you so much, baby doll. I love you back. Oh, very fast update before we get back into this. Last live stream, I did a walk and talk, and we went down the street. There was some guy that I've never seen in my life before.
They just moved in, I believe, because that for sale sign was still in the front yard. They must have just.
That happened. And I heard a frantic scream, a yell. So I went to go see if everything was okay. This is my neighborhood. This is my community, right? And I heard somebody that was in trouble. I walked over. I thought it would be a little bit further away, but it happened to be right here. And I walked up and there was a man holding a baby that was screaming. And before I can ask like 3 words, the dude starts snapping on me. And it's just not normal. Nobody, that's, it's just that normal for you to ask, hey, is everything all right? Normally people will say, hey, thanks for checking. Everything's cool here. It's okay. It's not like a hostile thing. Yeah, it's not a hostile thing. Like, it's not like I came over there aggressive, none of this, right? And long story short, if you saw that part, we did follow up and do a report for everybody who was wondering. I made a post about this, but there's not much that they can tell you. There's not much that I know more of, but we did call it in to inform everybody. I just don't know, like, there's nothing more I could really like say about it, right? That's all I know is that they know, right? So if you watch that live and you know about that, we did call it. Okay, so let me jump back to this. Okay, here it is.
I can't even sleep at night because I think this guy's gonna come back and continue to talk about me and cite people on me.
Okay, so this is where we're gonna get crying shortly.
Or always looking out my windows every time I hear a car out there because of this. It's never happened before in my life.
Ma'am, is there an issue? I'll be the one to tell you I said it. When you had your phone and I told you to go outside, I meant stay outside. So I said go outside and then you came back in. Outside. Now. Now.
No, ma'am.
Sir, what are you doing?
I'm sorry.
One more time and I'm going to put you outside.
I can't concentrate on my own work, which I have.
Okay. So what she is saying to Noelle right there. Noelle, what is she talking about? Okay, I know why she asked you to leave.
Okay, so in the beginning,
Yeah.
my alarm went off. I shut it off, and then like 20 minutes later, your cell phone alarm went off.
Okay.
We forgot. We muted turned the phones down, everything, right? On
Yeah,
sound,
yeah,
but the
yeah.
alarm still freaking went off. We couldn't get it off. Handle yours because your phone's
Yeah. Okay.
So she's like, y'all go out there with the phones in the hallway, normal, whatever. Because it was interruption, so that was not a big deal. So we were like, okay, and we went. She called us in. We came back in, and she's like, called you and asked if
I got to remember. I don't remember now.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay, so
she did acknowledge me when we came back in.
Yeah. So I get it now. Now I understand. So what was she asked Noelle to leave because, in all reality, so as we're sitting there, before we went in the courtroom, I'm like, hey, Noelle was texting somebody. I'm like, hey, put that shit on vibrate. We can't have no interruptions. But I have like a bunch of alarms. Y'all know I work a second shift. I work a night shift, right? I work like vampire hours, right? I don't have a 9 to 5. It's way different, right? I get off at 12. I literally get off work every night at midnight, right? So we did put them on vibrate, but one of the alarms that we have to get up, to go to work, went off. Caught it real fast. Okay. The second time, and when you hear that part, is Noelle tried to slip me a note. I love her. She's always got my back, but I had already got this, right? And it was in the very beginning where this lawyer, throws a whole bunch of social media nonsense my way. And I'm just like, well, this was not given to me in my original papers that I was served with. This is all the stuff that I'm looking at was thrown at me last minute. And again, for everybody that can remember or is knowledgeable about this, I didn't want to go on here pro se. Okay. I wanted to get a lawyer, as you're going to hear in the beginning of this. I hope you're going to hear me talk to the judge about that. Actually, you have to hear that at some point. And yeah, so I'm putting a game plan together after the motion to continuance is denied and other things are denied. She denied the motion continuance. I can't have witnesses by Zoom. It was like, whatever. But I'm putting a game plan together, and Noelle slips me a note that says, hey, tell the judge that
Full
disclosure, you didn't see any of this stuff before the court date. But I was already going to do that. I did do that in open court, but Noelle was trying to help me, and she slipped me a note and she got caught, right? So that happened.
I didn't get caught. she didn't see me. She was looking the other way when I put that letter there. She saw me come in and she called the bailiff over. So when she was talking to him, telling him to tell me to get out, is when I put the letter there.
Well, then why'd she yell?
Because she said she threw me out.
Oh, okay.
With the
okay.
phone.
Just
hear it.
Right. Okay. So that's what happened. So let's continue this.
Make a living, pay my bills, and taxes, take care of my loved ones. I can't sleep at night. I have anxiety. I'm in fear that this guy's going to come back.
What's up, YouTube
actors? Next, he's a violent felon. It scares me, it terrifies me. I feel like I face imminent danger in bodily harm from this dangerous felon. And I also cry when I cry, I'm alone. I don't know if he's going to hurt me, cat, my family, my mother lives nearby. I don't know if he's going to go there next.
Well, where's Chillen County?
That was where the domestic violence took place.
Jamie Tennille Phillips, what is the alleged victim that's stated?
Yes.
Is that the same woman that's in all these pictures?
Yes.
Okay, so he has now been formally charged, which is what this is. It's just an information.
Yes.
A formal charge. So formally charging somebody is not the same thing as arresting someone, okay? So what I'm taking away from this is that he has been formally charged with a domestic battery charge.
Yes.
From an incident that alleged to have been occurred on September 6th of 2025.
Yes.
Okay, that's what you wanted me to know. This part here, this Chillen County.
Yes.
I'm not sure what this is. Pasco County. This is Pasco County.
Okay.
This is a different county.
This is not somebody.
Okay, really fast with that. That's basically very easy. That is a piece of paper that I submitted to the bailiff. Bailiff brings it up to the judge because I asked in open court about domestic violence stuff, right? And the answer that I got was no, never, absolutely not, right? And then you could also hear that I'm a violent felon, and I'm a felon a bunch of times. The mannequin has like a rap sheet that's 90 pages longer than mine. And it's not like listen, it doesn't matter. Look, we're both losers as far as that goes, right? So that doesn't, there's no who's the better loser here, but stay out. That's how you win, right? But the point is, it's like, talk about the pot calling the kettle black, if you will, right? And then it's weird because in court, I don't say that, but I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, I think I said something like, I forget. We'll hear it, but let's continue this.
Fear or needs that needs protection from the court. This is an attack to try to silence my speech. I never went to his house.
Okay, and they're alleging.
I know that, Kathy. I don't listen. I'm just joking, man. I don't mind ripping on myself at some point. I have thick skin. Like, I'm just joking. I know that, but I say that because I have made content. I started this channel making like prison content, making prison videos and stuff like that. And my message, and just so you know, right, whenever I rip on myself about that, I stopped doing that type of content, even though there's a lot of views and stuff in that. And I did get a lot of views in some of those videos. I don't ever want to like promote prison. I don't ever want to promote breaking the law. I don't ever want to get someone, I don't know who's going to watch these videos. And it could be, somebody, I don't know, man. We deal with weird fangirl cults, and we deal with people and I don't know who's watching, who might watch it. So I always try, whenever I did that content, I would downplay it. And I don't mind taking a stab at myself. It doesn't hurt my feelings, but I appreciate that.
And that's what I get to determine. It's a credibility issue, and that's what I get to determine.
It was stated that there was a police report made from me going to the house. Can I view that? Can I see that?
I don't know if she has it. No, she doesn't have it.
So this is an important part, people. In open court, well, rewinding back to the day I went to the protest, I have heard and seen that I've knocked on a door, that I've banged on a door, that I've kicked on a door. Everybody knows that is not factual. We also have seen with our own eyes Plunder FOIA request all 911 phone calls for the date that I protested on. And what you saw or did not see is any mannequin 911 phone calls. So in open court, I know all of this, right? In open court, I am told that there is that not only did I do kick on the door and dunk the basketball on the door and spinning back kick on the door and all this, but there was a police call made about this door incident. Well, I know that's all cap. I know that's all lies. So that's why I asked, well, can I see the police report? Because it wait for it, it doesn't exist. So you mean to tell me a lawyer forgot to bring a police report in a protection order hearing, and the other person is the person that you're trying to put the protection order on? You forgot that? Stop it. Just stop it, right? So then I ask, and I forgot this part. Well, how do we know that's factual? And that should be very ideal and perfect for the appeal process, because I know that it's not factual. But this is a courtroom. It's not my job. It is, however, moving along.
How do we know that's factual?
Miss Conti is an officer of the court. I can tell you that. And she can only.
The judge says that the lawyer is an officer of the court. So let's listen to this before I speak.
Talking about things, not something that I'm going to consider as evidence. Keith, take him out.
How do we know that's factual?
Miss Conti is an officer of the court. I can tell you that. And she's talking about things, not something that I'm going to consider as evidence. Keith, take him out. Thank you. He'll wait out.
Okay, so that's edited. That's two conversations mixed into one. That's why it's important for somebody to break this down. So she says the lawyer is an officer of the court, and I'm not saying I'm going to take it into evidence or make my decision off that. But the problem is the decision was made solely off of that. Solely off of that. Okay? Solely off of that. The decision was made off of me posting medical records. What was shown was a meme. There's no medical records on any of my social media. Nobody can FOIA any post of mine showing a medical record, right? It doesn't exist. But that, because in the state of Florida, you need two things to get a stocking, right? Oh, that's badass. Fuck yeah.
I gotta get bigger sizes.
Yeah, leave that there. I'm gonna show them at the end of the live. Not the second. You need two things. So you have to show like two things, two or more things to. So that's exactly what her decision was based off of. And so basically her decision was made off of me banging on a door, which I didn't do, and me posting medical records, which nobody could show, nor did I did. I wish I had that post I just read to you from the Torch Spotlight. I didn't know that at that point, someone already FOIA requested this on a separate court date with that mental illness stuff. I never knew that until before this live. But anyway, it's all. Let's continue.
Paperwork. He is not to leave this building. He is to not leave this building.
Okay, so she got mad. The judge got mad at me towards the end, but because I was done kind of like keeping my cool about the situation. And we're not even into the video yet, but it's towards the end of the hearing, and I'm just like, in my head, I'm just like, man, this lady, like, I think I say something like, I already knew that you were going to do that. You don't even give me the opportunity to hire a lawyer. And I don't remember everything that I said, but she got all mad, right? And then she made me sit there, and I had to wait, and it was just wild, right? But I had already knew or had a feeling, or I'm reading the room, and I already knew like what was going to happen, I guess. So, you could only. It's hard to sit there and I don't like people who lie to me and stuff, and I don't like lies, and I can't sit there and I can't do that, right? I'm just not that person. So could I have handled it differently? Sure, maybe, but I don't. Anyway, we'll get there when we get there. All right. All right, here we
Go ahead, call Ms. Condian, please.
Yes, Judge Moore.
Jonathan Riches and Matthew Demaro.
A soft docs. This is soft docs.
Demauro.
Oh, hard docs.
Demaro. After that case, we're going to do Stephanie Vargas, yes, and Tyler Colvin. And you're next. And then Rochelle Walker, okay, and Ms. Stump. So after that. There's Ms. Condi.
Okay, legally I'm
coming
for it.
Okay,
now.
perfect. No, that's okay.
Okay, so real fast, your comment. Posting a medical meme is only illegal under HIPAA if you are a healthcare provider or worker. If in the meme contains unauthorized protected health information. So I have never deleted. I don't delete anything on YouTube. I never dirty delete. There's very small YouTubers that do that. I never dirty delete ever. Like even the last live, there was a situation that happened as I'm live, and it could have went either weird. It could have got it did get a little bit weird, but it could have got bad. I never delete any of my stuff. I don't hide stuff. For what, right? For what? But as far as your comment goes, I didn't delete the. I was said that I posted medical records, so there's no post that I deleted on my Twitter. Now you'll find a meme that's talking about mental illness, but you won't find any medical records, right? So yeah, that's what was done, man. I agree with you, but I mean, unfortunately, well, just have a listen to the rest of this if you got mad at that.
Okay.
Let's get this one. So we're gonna start off with panties, and so the lawyer opens up, and I'm told that I'm told that I forget what I was doing with panties, or not that I was doing with them, but let's listen.
All right. Ms. Condi, I appreciate your patience with me. It's a very big calendar. We still have others, but I think we're at a point where we now have everybody, the ones that are just, there's opposition to these. Condi, and then Matthew, the Mr. DeMuro's witnesses to appear via Zoom.
Okay.
And
sorry, we're not even there yet. So these are the motions that are going to get denied. Okay. I told everybody, and I showed everybody my email correspondence with the lawyer who ditched us at the last second. I also included that to the judge in a motion, right? So, and you'll hear me speak about that here as well.
So, the first thing that I need to do is that could the petitioner and the respondent please raise their right hands to accept the oath? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Wait a minute, I did. But I did.
I do. I do, yes, sir.
Civil proceedings. These proceedings are being recorded. Anything you say can and will be used against you if there is any kind of criminal proceedings ongoing or in the future. Do you each understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And
Mr. Correct. And then decide if I'm going to grant the now. They have to remain outside.
It's my wife, not a witness.
Have some evidence that as we go along.
Hold on.
Yes, Your Honor, we would call Jonathan Bridges. What do you do for a living, sir?
I am a journalist, a reporter.
Here it is. So that
And
I skipped through. If you're not part of this hearing, go sit outside. This and that. Put the phones on vibrate. Do all this. Do all that. Okay.
your business registered?
Yes.
Okay. And registered with what agency?
Florida Biz, Sunbiz,
Okay.
jail investigates.
How long have you been engaged in that business?
5 years.
And do you reside in Pasco County, sir?
Yes.
How long have you lived in Pasco County?
I've been living in Pasco County for almost 10 years.
Okay. And do you live by yourself in Pasco County?
I do.
And is your address, you conduct business at your address?
I do.
Okay. And when I mean you conduct
Good,
business,
Juju.
you don't
What do
have
you
like
mean? I
customers.
didn't delete anything. Are you talking about me or?
You work from home on a computer. Is that accurate? Okay. When did you meet a Matthew Moore?
So Carrie Crushman. Okay. Why didn't I bring a witness? So I could have brought Nerdy, but so I'm not going to, Nerdy doesn't live like 30 minutes from me or not like that. He lives like between 6 and 10 hours one way from me. So I could have brought him. Okay. Other than that, who else could I have brought as a witness in this situation, right? It was talking about the protests, right? He's wanting the protection order based on the day on the protest, right? So there's really nothing I couldn't have done besides Nerdy. Actually, I had some people that I could have maybe I was planning on using Chad and certain people, but Chad lives in Minnesota. He it's a lot to ask somebody, hey, can you buy a plane ticket, B, get a hotel, and it's a lot to ask. My plan was for certain people to use Zoom to appear in court. That got denied, right? She denied that in the opening thing. She denies we put a motion in to continuance, due and strictly and only due to the shenanigans that the lawyer pulled. The lawyer pulled this thing fourth quarter on me, right? So in the chance that the judge was going to deny that motion, then it's game on, right? So I had a little bit of a game plan in case that happened, which in fact it did, right? But possibly, I don't know, because I'm still going to be doing this. If he pushes it back, yeah. But talking to Noel, yeah. So that's why.
Covering a case in 2021, the fall of 2021, down in
Yes,
Northport, Florida. It was the case of Gabby Petito. Encountered him, met him a few times out there. By neighborhood Brian Laundry, Carlton Preserve. It's the case that I was covering, Brian Laundry, Gabby Petito.
Okay. And so you became acquainted with him? Did you become acquainted with him at that particular job that you were doing there?
Correct.
We got
Okay. And how did you become acquainted with him?
1,000 people in here. Y'all
I was out there filming and documenting, and then just talked to him a few times out there. And
I had the New York
I
Post
think
article.
a group of us went over to
Actually stayed here in a
the
minute.
preserve where looking for Brian Laundry. I was filming and documenting and covering the case for my viewers.
How many days did you interact with him at that time?
I would say about 3 times.
Okay. Were you ever friends with him?
No.
And after you became acquainted with him pursuant to that job, did you ever have contact with him after that?
No.
Interesting with James.
Did there come a time when he started posting things about you online?
Yes.
Okay. When was that, approximately?
Started after meeting him. down there at the Gabby Petito case, I started making numerous YouTube videos about me.
Gotta pause it real fast. With James, you're on this a lot of good stuff, right? He gives out his phone number on his lives. I said that in open court. I said that. I actually explained it in open court. Then you said this, which is important. You need to download the video of him after he get out of prison, where he is reading his own medical reports showing that came from him, not you getting it. That's very interesting. But the fact that the fact that it's already out there, from what I showed you earlier in this live, from the Torch Spotlight, I don't even think if what you're saying, which makes complete sense to me, if I did everything, I don't think if I did everything in this comment section, I still thought the outcome would be the same. That's just my opinion. And you're going to hear this for yourself. But on an appeal process, I will take everything into consideration. I will take everything into consideration. You're not going to hear me lie not one time on this. That's what I could also say. 5 gifts. Is this the same thing? Taz did 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Taz. That's bad. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, let's continue this.
I would say at least 24
talking about
me starting after 2021 and progressing to where we are today.
Okay. And the things that did you ever respond to his posts?
I have not responded.
You never got to 22, would you say?
Correct.
And did he ever say anything defamatory about you, calling you something kind of a scammer?
So saying, how I met him, judge is asking, like, at some point, I don't know how she worded it. We'll hear it here in a minute. Because I ended up correcting the situation, which is the first thing that you hear when I start speaking.
Yes.
And did you do anything to provoke him posting these kind of things about you online?
No.
So you ignored him?
I ignored him.
And you didn't try to file any restraining orders at that time in 2022 or 2023? No.
He called you a scammer in reference to what?
What we call you
A scammer, a fraudster, and a liar, cheater, a panty sniffer.
A what sniffer?
A panty sniffer.
You would think, bitchy woman.
Bomb threats to children. Just a bunch of defamatory statements and videos and posts with with my face on it. Continuous video.
What is it that you're supposedly scamming?
I'm not.
No. What is he alleging?
I just said scamming.
Okay,
scamming my viewers, scamming,
Your viewers. Okay.
So let me pause this for a second. Red dress. What did White Boy do with?
I'm already on it.
Well, how much did you donate?
Everything. Just read my comment.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going down now. Let me just nail this real fast because I'm gonna let the thing play. I'm already way behind. You didn't donate anything, and a lot of the donations. As a matter of fact, all of them from Give Send Go got
refunded.
Literally refunded to each person because Noel set a Give Send Go up, and we posted the link, but it had not been, what's it called, approved?
No, by the time that all this was going on, the lawyer backed out, everything else, we refunded the money to everybody.
But what's the approved thing called?
The verification?
No. When you create the account, approved, whatever.
It went through all that, but there was no reason to keep the money. We had no lawyer set up, so I had I made it live, then I made it I unpublished it, and then I through them with their customer service, they refunded everything, and I shut down the Give Send Go. It's no longer an active
yes, Ella.
election campaign.
Yes, Ella. All right, I'm going to play this. I'm not going to give some fangirl no more time. But as far as yes, the answer is yes. And then legally, you said I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. But you have to a very good comment. Right here it is. Seriously, contact Lana at Truth and Transparency. She's not a lawyer, but could help you. So I have somebody help me with an appeal that is that I'm not going to, say too much about them. But look, I agree with what you're saying. I think that there's a lot of YouTube lawyers or YouTubers that are lawyers, and they should be like all over these cases, in my opinion. Because if you're on YouTube, and you practice law or you have practiced law or whatever it is with law that you do, why not cover a YouTube thing like this, right? And not only this, all types of these things that happen on YouTube beyond creators. That's what I would do if I was one, right? But some people don't want to do that. I don't know, but let's keep it going.
This is the first time you've ever filed an injunction against Mr. Guthrie?
Correct.
Did there come a time when his videos progressed to more aggressive tactics?
Yes.
In 2023, did he ever, to your knowledge, make AI video with your life?
Verified, correct.
Threatening?
Yes.
Can you explain what that video was?
He made a video with his face on it, and he had my face, and he had a woman punching my face, and him defecating, Matthew Tomorrow, with his image defecating on my face and laughing.
All right, and did you record such a video?
I have.
Give me a second.
Yes.
Okay. If you could give me a minute to just pull that up. You want me to show you the response?
Yes, please.
Let me just show this video.
Okay, so this is about Lana is okay. Yeah. So fuck that then. Okay. So let's go back to this. Oaths. Okay. Check out Ms. Blue comments. Check out Muzz Blue. Who is Muzz Blue? I don't see no Muzz Blue. This one, show all donations. Lady, we raised a couple of $100. Most of those got directly refunded. There's even a creator who donated, I'm sorry, through that. And I had to explain to people why they're getting their money back. Then most people on Cash App, they're like, a couple $100. For the people who, matter of fact, for the people who, if I could have paid the lawyer, what part of if I could have paid the lawyer, would I still be out of money? Don't you understand? And in the state of Florida, I can't even get that back. That's how this court goes, right? It's ridiculous. I absolutely am. But let me go back to the week of, correct, Sherry? Damn, the comment on the screen. Oh, back to to this one. I don't know why StreamYards does a weird thing where they dimmed it. I guess they dimmed the comments. I don't know, but we're gonna get through this. What's being talked about right now is it's a meme. It's a meme, right? It's a meme. It's a meme video on a channel that that's on my clip channel.
Yes.
So let's get through this because this is a bunch of.
Yes.
So it's like a 20-second clip channel. It's a 20-second video on a clip, right? But this gets talked about forever, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna give you the context, but if we're not gonna listen to this, like it's about a 20-second meme video. So let's get to the next thing.
Throw out loud, yes.
After you do that, if I could respond to what's been said so far.
Well, hold on. No. What happens is that they get to go first, and then. But do you have a pen?
No.
Okay, here. Let me give you one.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you a pen so you can write it down, so you don't forget, and you get to tell me.
Sure.
Okay.
Remember that, right? Okay, let's get past this.
I don't know.
Yeah.
that, I would just look at it.
Okay, is that petitioner's number 1? It's going to be on a thumb drive? Is it going to be more than one?
Same.
Yes, I don't run that channel. I run one YouTube channel.
We're still in the
Authenticated,
meme
saying
video.
this is what he saw and that he's shorting it to be what it is.
Still in the
It's
meme
going to be on
video.
one thumb drive. So I don't.
I mean,
The
it's
lawyer
labeled in
talking about the
home
meme
drive.
video and can I submit this and that? It's just a bunch of like
It's
nothing.
separately.
Oh, is it?
It's not part of
Does it say A? Does it say like an A? Okay.
Bunch of
All right.
nothing,
Well,
bunch of
I'll
nothing.
say they're all on one thumb drive. As to which one.
Still nothing.
This post, is radio clips.
That is
Still nothing. It's
Clips?
literally still on the meme video, right? This is what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna skip through a lot of, and this happens a couple.
Yes.
yes.
And then there's a person punching.
Probably more than I
In
remember.
2024, did he also make a video of your wife and sitting on the toilet with an arrow pointing at you?
Correct. Yes. AI photo.
I believe this is we're past it. So in 2024, did I make a video of him sitting on a toilet with something? For anybody who is in our space, anybody that knows, there's a million videos on the internet. There is it's all over where you see the guy shitting with I think it's the Canada flag or something like that. You guys have seen it. It's I believe that is what is being talked about right now.
Me sitting on a toilet with an arrow pointed to me.
And did you consider that as a threat against you? Safety?
After I saw the prior video of him punching, him having me punched, yeah.
I appreciate that, Nicole.
I can't find that one right now, just keep going on. So after that, with the arrow pointed at you, did you post anything else around like May of 2024, something more derogatory about you?
Yeah, basically call me a panty sniffer.
Okay. And did you repost that though from 2024, more recently about you being a candy sniffer or some sort?
Within the last month and a half.
And is there anything that you would have done that would have promoted this type of behavior toward you?
No.
And is that something that you did record?
He recorded.
I'm sorry, that you recorded something that he recorded?
Yes.
So you have the picture actually?
Correct.
And he's putting that online?
Correct, on his white boy lockdown channel.
Okay, in your honor, I have that also on this thumb drive.
Okay, so this is about the picture with what we talked about. He's sitting down on the toilet shitting. I don't remember. There's a couple of shit videos that are out there. They're all over, right? But I believe this is the one with he's like hold the Canadian flag. I don't remember. Can't even really hear it there. I believe that's what they're talking about. But the point is when I get the microphone, because after this, there's going to be another video that's being talked about. But the point that I make is exactly, well, you hear it. But let's get through this. Toilet thing.
Yes. It's my generated likeness, or what is that?
Yeah, it's my face and photoshopped and me.
Photoshopped, right? So, well.
Okay. And is there anything that you communicated to him that arrested?
Let me hold that thought really fast right there. I don't remember everything that Nerdy Addict said, and when he went to court in his live. But if you remember listening to it, there was Nerdy was talking about he was upset because he kept getting told that this was made from AI and AI and AI. You know, and that is what is trying to be said here, okay, which is why. And then, you know, so basically what is, there's a lot to kind of understand right now. There is a video in question about a meme, right? That it's a meme where you take up someone's head, put it over here, right? So it could be, I guess you could look at that as AI, right? I look at AI as different than that, right? That would be a meme to me, right? AI to me is like tools that you use, whatever, it doesn't matter. But the other two videos, which was toilet and which is going to be panties, you'll hear in a second, is not anything to do with memes or AI, right? Those are videos that I made. There's two separate channels, right? I'm not going to make a meme video and put it on my main channel. But on my clip channel, you may find one there, right? I'm reacting to stuff that I'm seeing on YouTube and making a video on my main. That's where the toilet/panties come from, right? So there's the point of this is there's confusion into trying to compare this, to mesh this, to combine this with AI in itself, you know, and that's when I am like, no, and you'll hear what's that in a second.
Criminal offense.
Yes.
Of domestic nature.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever physically been arrested for a domestic violence charge?
No.
His lawyer asking him if he's ever been arrested for domestic violence and some other things.
Continue to post about you.
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever make any posts that affect your credibility as a journalist?
Handy sniffer. I'm a domestic abuser. Things like that.
Is that better? Let's turn it up.
On March 20th, 2026, did you make a post with your photo with you and your ex-girlfriend?
He came to my house.
I'm sorry, did you say he came to my house?
Traveled 3 hours to come to my house.
Yes. Let me ask you though about the post about you and I guess an ex-girlfriend that was yours.
His YouTube channel.
Okay.
White Boy Rock.
All right, and who's that in the picture? Is that just you?
That's my face, my ex, and he has an arrow pointed. It says in big capital letters, abuser.
And you were not arrested for being an abuser against this person?
No.
At the time you filed this speaking petition?
Correct.
At the time you posted this?
Correct.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay.
So here's an important factor. Okay. So the argument is have not been arrested for domestic violence, right? Now, when I submitted, okay, at this time, you have to understand there's a time frame where there's videos in mention or thumbnails or this and that or whatever that may have been created where before the fact that indicted or whatever, when it first happened, again, meshed in together with a general thing, right? So at the end of the day, not arrested for DV. So when I submit the thing, it becomes like a little bit of an argument to where the judge in open court actually has the clerk look up to see what is the truth, right? And and we'll get there. That was actually played in the beginning, the very beginning. Well, let's get to that, right?
Did he ever post, and I'm looking at page 4, a picture of you holding a knife to someone's neck?
So lawyer is asking the mannequin if I posted a picture of him holding a knife up to someone's neck. This is This is in. Let's hear this.
On his White Boy Lockdown X account.
And I'm going to refer to number 4 in that packet, Your Honor.
Yes. He posts some sort of fake photo, AI. I don't know how he created it. I don't know what it is, of me putting a knife to a woman.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating when you're getting told that you're using AI to do this. When, for all that know and have seen the picture with, who was that? The ex-girlfriend. I forget her name. The girl who has schizophrenia or whatever. Brain fart. Naomi. This picture with Naomi that is posted, right? That's came from actual Facebook, right? I did not create that with AI, right? For anybody who knows AI, like it's not gonna do that, right? But this is a picture that was posted from himself, right? But I'm being told that I'm being created with it, right? Now I have to now keep in mind, right? Keep in mind, I'm jotting all of this down. Keep in mind as you're watching and listening to this, a lot of what's being discussed is not what I'm served, right? Keep in mind that I'm in there trying to get a motion to continuance to get a lawyer to debunk this, right? But all that's out the window now. Now I have to have a game plan really fast, right? But let's sit there for a second. A game plan really fast, like what does that mean? Well, let's go over the information. Let's do something really fast. But there's a lot of new information that's getting thrown my way. So originally, when I was served this paperwork, I didn't know anything about this picture we just discussed, right? Which was not made by AI, right? But and everybody knows this, right? That was not a picture, and for full context, that was not a picture created by AI. That was a video that was uploaded, right? And it's crazy, but you have to understand, very frustrating, right? Very frustrating.
Fake. To stop the domestic violence campaign.
Okay. Your Honor, we'd like to make those photos and
Yep, sir. Absolutely.
Are you going to attempt to do all of these?
Yes, and I think on the first one, Your Honor, it was I had it also that I showed you.
Yes.
I forgot that.
That's okay. Yeah. Well, we're on number 4 here, and I think you have.
So I don't know what you're talking about legally, but I have a feeling that you're trying to talk about at the end of the hearing, which I was like, what the hell? That one, I was like, I asked the lawyer, like, where the hell do you get your information from? They're like, well, haven't you been convicted of domestic violence? I'm like, no, what? I'm like, I forget what I said, but it wasn't, they didn't like it. Don't care. I mean, I appreciate you becoming a new member, Brenda and Nicole. Thank you all very much. It was weird. It was weird. That's at the end. I didn't know this was this long, guys. We might have to go over this twice. I'm not sure, but let's go.
Total of 11 that are.
All right. So this is let's skip through a little bit.
We can keep them as a composite. I can.
Yes.
JLR investigates from a video that he made.
Arrested for JLR investigates. That's you.
Yes.
Actually, number 5. You started to talk about the fact that he came to your home and
with a doctored photo of my ex-girlfriend with a black eye, with the words "care to comment JLR."
Is your home like publicly? I'm assuming you didn't invite him to come on the pass.
No.
That picture that he's holding, it says "care to comment JLR." Is that a picture that you've ever seen?
Never seen that photo before in my life.
Okay. Is that, to your knowledge, is that photo doctored somehow or yours?
Yes.
Okay. Did he come to your door? What day was this?
Excuse me, may I just ask, when did you, this is your girlfriend on the picture?
Yes.
And when did you date her?
Dated her, we lived together up to December of 2025. We lived for 3 years together.
What was the date that he came to your house?
It was March 26th.
This year.
I believe, yeah, March 26th. He live streamed it from his YouTube channel. He said on his YouTube channel, he knocked on my door. I didn't answer.
So this is interesting. Okay, this part here is all interesting, right? This I remember very, very clear.
He said it. He takes pictures in front of my house and then goes down about a block or two away and then starts live streaming.
And then it starts live streaming, and were you in your house at that time?
I was in my house working, yes.
Were you afraid of what he might do?
Yes.
Did you know that he had 14 felony convictions? Did you have that knowledge at the time that he came to your house?
Yeah.
Did you know that he had been in prison before?
Yeah.
Did that knowledge cause you concern that he might do something to you?
Yeah, violent felon.
I did say all that. Was his evidence videos or thumbnails? He could be claiming that that's exactly what he did, and I say all that here shortly. I can't talk right now. I can't interrupt you.
This other picture, which is number 5, that's
I did.
Another picture of him in front of your house.
Yes.
Is that accurate? Okay, and I think.
With my card.
Okay. And we'd see to introduce. You want me to keep saying I introduced or?
Well, this one here, it's pull up.
What is that? What did that mean to you, pull up?
Come out and fight.
Where, oh, pull up right here. Oh, yeah.
It's at the top of the.
Yes, I see it now. It's turned that side.
So I never even posted this. He's, I believe I addressed this. I think we're going to hear it in a minute. I never posted a picture that said pull up, right? That wasn't even me, right? That wasn't even me. If I remember right, Nerdy posted that, right? But that's not even me, right? But just okay. And I addressed this in the thing. Again, a lot of this is I never knew before. I'm writing down. It's I'm writing down like pull up, lie, didn't post it, and as many mental notes as I can, right before something else is said, right? So keep in mind.
That was a friend of his that came to my house with him to do what they're doing, stalk me. He posted a photo that says pull up. Now pull up means come out and fight.
My apologies. Okay, my apologies. That it was cleared up. I'll be right back, guys.
Is that what you took that to mean?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever answer your door or come outside and tell them to leave?
No.
Why didn't you just do that?
I'm scared. I don't know if they got guns. I don't know what they're doing. Live stream. I heard a knock on the door. Saw this guy's face outside my house. I just closed my blinds, and then they went away.
Okay. So, did this cause you to have fear for your safety, the fact that they were outside of your house?
Yeah, because about 10 minutes later, they talked on YouTube Live in down the street from my house, and they tied a mannequin to a tree. They tied a mannequin to this tree, saying the mannequin's me, and they're sitting there talking to it.
How did you know that?
Because they're saying it on YouTube Live because people.
Why are you were watching it?
No, people were notifying me that these guys are in front of your house. You gotta be careful. These guys are in front of your house. So I started getting messages.
What people?
Messages from friends saying that people messaging on my phone saying there's guys down the street.
How would they know? Are they watching his page?
I would assume so, and I got wind.
So why would they be watching his page?
I don't know.
So your friends are watching his page. That's how they know, and then they tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got notification, and then they're like, "There's a video."
Well, that doesn't make very much sense, sir. I mean, somebody's.
Yeah.
How would you know it was live, and how would you know it was that you're not watching it yourself?
No. So what I was doing was I was doing a stream myself. I'm a journalist. I was doing a live feed, and people in my comments were notifying me in my comments in my videos. Yo, better watch out! These guys are down the street right now, live in front of your house, and putting a link to their channels and saying these people are in front of you by your house right now. and you better, look at it, whatever. And I clicked on it, looked, and there were live streams.
But I guess I'm wondering, how is that happening?
Okay, so on this part of the video, I don't think I have to explain anything for those that are very familiar with the entire situation. There's no point of me to give you an opinion or tell you what you saw, what you didn't saw. I'll just put your comments on the screen. Then we can reflect back to in the past. I spoke about, I've talked about like there's guys that cry. People cry. They cry. And I believe in the past I spoke about like back to back. It's just all very interesting, right? So it's one thing for me to say it, but it's the second thing for you to hear it. But I'm going to be right back and let this play.
Where you are, they're doing it live and they're streaming it onto their their social media. So how would they know that it doesn't alert people that they're on there unless they go looking to see what's on his page?
Yes, Your Honor, I'll explain. So I was working. I'm on I do a lot of live streaming on my house. I work, cover cases and stories. There's a comment section, so people in real time.
No, I understand that factor. I understand that. I'm asking.
Yeah.
These other folks are contacting you and telling you they're watching you live.
Yeah.
How would they be watching somebody else live, or why would they be?
I have an explanation for it. It's probably most likely trolls from their channel coming over to my channel to notify me, yo, these people are in front of your house. So it's like the comments started blowing up on my live. Started blowing up along with my phone saying, you got these guys down the street, be careful, watch out. They're live streaming in front of your house down the street.
Okay.
Did you were able to get a video of that live stream?
Yes.
Judge, I do have that here.
Mm-hmm.
That you testified to. Share that to
And he's saying that that's an accurate depiction of what he saw that night.
Have you looked
What I missed. I'm so happy for this because I was just thinking when I walked out the room. This is
Well, I copied it out.
This is awesome. I was just thinking, I don't know why. Well, I mean, of course, I've always known this, but this is great because this is great. This is great. So I got to do something real fast. What I need to do is I'm solely talking right now to people that are familiar with this situation. If you know this entire situation, right? If you've been following this, right? I'm talking to you, right? I'm going to drop the link to Plunder's channel as I should. Mods, please continue to drop this link. You guys have a listen. If you feel like you can help me, right? Please do it. I'll take all the help that I can get. I just want to say before I play this, I don't care that I can't contact mannequins. I literally can care less about that, right? I don't care that I can't do any of that, right? That's not what I care about. I don't, and again, with that being said, I don't love that it went the way that it went. But again, if I'm being honest, I care more about truth and lies, accountability, and that's exactly what I'm working on. So if you can help me point out some things maybe that I've missed, maybe the things there that was said, I can't tell you how you can do it. But if you can do something like that, if you can bring it to my attention, right, I would appreciate it, and I really would, because that's what I'm working on. That's exactly what I am working on, and I believe because of Plunder spending money, because of Plunder doing this, that can happen. How many people? there's people that literally, these fangirls, these weirdos, at some point, like, you know, I don't know what you can say about them. Hey, I just dropped the link, so please, mods. But let me play this, and I'm just very happy that this is out there. There's people that literally, oops, wrong video. I'm not going to play the whole damn thing though, because it's very, very long, and but we're going to skim through it. And I explained to you guys what happened. I said I'd be vindicated, right? I've already seen the messages. I've seen the disgust. I've seen the anger, the frustration. I've seen it all already. And, you know, going back to what I said in previous lives, like, this entire situation unfolded on the internet. You know, people aren't stupid on the internet, you know.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, just
Amazing.
Put this goofy face of yours in there, okay? And what happens is, you're literally, the police are called for that jail. You know that's right. And then,
Okay, so this is for context. I'm gonna skim through this right at this point, y'all. So what me at the protest is being played, and then me talking to a mannequin is being played.
I'm at the hotel room of Candace as well as
we're working on.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna skim through it.
Correct. I went to Tucson. So it's my, he posted on his White Boy Lockdown X account, my phone number.
Is this phone number though like a phone number for your business account, or
It's my personal phone number. Personal phone number.
Do you have any idea how about your personal phone number?
I don't.
Can you post that anywhere on your page? Anywhere?
No.
And as did he?
So, what is being discussed is a post on my X that I have not deleted because I do not dirty delete. It is a repost that I reposted off of somebody who is watching a Nancy Guthrie live, and I think that this is a Alex Criminal Network or Larry. I think it's either one of them that is got their phone, and they're live streaming, but they use their other phone, and in the live stream you can see a number that one's trying to dial, right? It's not, you know, so it's out of context, you know, of course, right? But just for context, right? But let's continue with this.
Yeah, I started getting threats on my phone immediately after he posted it.
Right, yeah.
He started calling. One guy particularly called and said he's gonna knock me out, punch me. And then I ended up.
Yep. I think I had 7 likes on that post. I had 7 likes, the person that posted it, but there was thousands of death threats, thousands. Like, it was serious.
The police on that guy. It's just a big mess. And it's just.
So right after.
Which was Chad. Which was not even Chad. Which was then later dropped because one person showed up to court via Zoom and one person was live covering the Nancy Guthrie case, totally disrespected the court, didn't even show up, but they wanted protection from said court. I wish I could have said this, but unfortunately.
Your personal phone number and told people JR must want people to call him.
I started getting calls.
Started getting threatening calls from people?
Correct.
Okay. You said that you made a police report on one of these threatening calls?
Yes.
Where was that?
That was the individual called me from a Minnesota number, contacted Minnesota authorities. His name was, went over and talked to him, didn't make that, called me, saying won't do it again. None of that. They filed a report, police report, but apparently he didn't get arrested.
Okay.
So people, we all know that if you've watched my channel before, we all know that Chad did not do what was claimed. Matter of fact, sporadically, somebody debunked that claim on my panel, completely debunked it. But, you know, this is before, you can show them. But all this stuff that you now know was not done then, right? And what's even more crazy is, yeah, maybe that's not a good idea. But no, I don't need that. And which is more crazy is like, I couldn't even call Chad as a witness. Get him out of here with the bites, Noel.
He doesn't bite. He wants to sniff your ear.
What was that?
I don't know.
No, something dropped. Oh, the camera. Put the or what is? No, I don't know.
Nothing dropped. This was all it was on for. He just
get him out of here. He's fucking everything up.
He likes to sniff
He's
ears.
a terrorist. So, the guy's a nutcase. He's all up to run on you. No, he's cool. He's a little lovable animal. He's cool, but he's white. He's crazy. He runs everywhere. Anyway, man, this is Chad. Y'all know the Chad situation. Y'all already all know all this, right? You don't need me to explain it. Okay.
Post online about a video about running you off to Arizona Main Street Market.
Yes, after they came to my house, he makes a video and he says he ran me off out of my house to Arizona, scared me to Arizona.
I do have that video. My screen has frozen. While you were in Arizona, did he continue to post about you?
Yes.
Okay. So on, let's see, April 2nd of 2026, you were in Arizona, right? You didn't post anything specifically about you?
Yeah.
Oh, let me ask you this one. Let me just go to number 8. Okay, so number 8, the picture, do you recognize what's on that page?
Yes.
Okay, and what's that?
That is from his ex account. White boy runs JLR out of Florida. And it's a photo of me putting my thumb on.
Okay, and that's when you were number 8? Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to show you number 9.
So I believe that was the name of a title of the video, right? You know, we're joking, obviously. That was in a sense of a joke, right? Obviously, I didn't do that, you know. But we already know this because of the FOIA request, and we already know because of everything else, right? But just to explain it. But right now, it's being talked about nerdy addict and this and that. And this was very frustrating as well because I couldn't, you know, even though nerdy gets talked about, this and that, I can't use Chad that was talked about or nerdy in my situation for some odd reason. Okay, you don't want to give me a continuance to have more time to hire a lawyer. I mean, I guess I can understand that, even though I don't agree with it, but it's fine. But why can't my witnesses show up? You know, it's like, you know, what is this, right? So it's and I actually try at some point in this hearing to talk about both things, but I'm not allowed to. You know, it's just like so at one point it's like, how do you, I get it, it's a courtroom, I understand it, but at the same time it's like I said, man, I don't really get these hearings. They're weird. They're not anything I'm used to, right? You know, in a court where in a criminal court, right? A judge is not gonna not have the absolute in-depth details about a claim, right? in what I mean by that is like if you're facing like 15 years in jail for some reason, right? And you're if I have to compare the two, right? If when I'm bringing up like, well, how do we know that's factual about, you know, this police report, right? The judge is going to make sure each side at that very second debate it out until we get down to the fact that, wait a minute, we had this FOIA request pulled and there was no police call made. So at that point, that's how criminal court is, right? Down to the nitty gritty, right? But this is not like I don't know what this is. I'm not a lawyer. I don't make the system. And I don't know about this court. But there's things about this court where, and if you listen to Nerdy Addicts Live as well, I don't want to say this because I don't want this to be taken the wrong way. But in this court, you can, in my opinion, right, you can stretch the truth and get away with it. And that's very concerning to me because we have to remember, let's all take a timeout. Everybody, let's take a timeout. Let's remember that this is YouTube. Let's remember that there's two men in court, and one is asking the court for a protection against the other man. Okay, back to reality. So in reality, right, usually what happens here is it's a woman that is using this court process to help protect her from a crazy ex-boyfriend or something like that, right? Are we all back in reality right now? Okay, so what's interesting about that is, and this is just my perception, I still don't like this system because who's to say there's not a few psycho ex-girlfriends out there that can abuse this thing and just, you know, the claims can be made, right? And I don't know if I like this part of the system at all. I don't. Actually, I don't. It's all very strange. I want to read the room and see what you guys think. And I don't know if I explained that good enough or not, but yeah, it's Timber. Peanut. Women absolutely use the courts too. 100%. I don't know if I explained that though, right? I'm not saying this is not about women, you know. What I'm trying to explain is, I don't know if I did that good enough. I don't know who all has been through court and not been through court, but I'm trying to tell people, like, I'm not used to this court setting, right? And with that being said, I'm talking about being in court for a protection hearing. Okay. I'm not used to that because I'm used to being in front of a judge, and past times in my life, I've had criminal hearings where the truth and lies absolutely get down to the nitty gritty. And the judge is, whether it's the judge, they're just really the referee in those cases. But the lawyer or the state is not going to let anything be a maybe. They're not going to let anything be a question mark. They're going to debate it down into lie versus truth. That is it. That is it. Whether it's a DNA sample, whether it's a witness statement, whether it's a police testimony, whatever it is, they're going to get down to who's lying and who's telling the truth. That's what I'm used to, right? I'm not shitting on the system. All I'm saying is, in protection order court, well, we're going to hear how protection order court goes.
What is that? How did you take that?
When it's X account white boy lockdown radio, he puts a photo of me and posts medical records. I don't know how he obtained them of me. They are mine.
Okay.
Antisocial personality disorder.
So this was in the beginning. We talked about it. These are just more posts. So you heard all that stuff, right? I'm going to read. Let's do this. I'm going to get through this.
After he had come to your house with that other YouTuber or whatever, I don't know who you do, yes. After this temporary injunction had expired,
This guy's gonna come back and continue to engage and talk about me and cite his people. I mean, go out my door, always looking out my windows every time I hear a car out there because of this. It's never happened before in my life.
and you've been doing this YouTube channel for how many years now?
Over 5 years, 5 years.
And you've never had anybody come out like this and incite other people to come to your house and harass you?
Correct, never.
Now, I'm going to refer to 12, this is going to be one.
Dan.
No, I'm not pointing to a particular.
That's actually him on his own page, doing his own thing.
That is true, yes.
Okay, that's what I see, right?
Yes, that is.
Okay, all right.
Finally,
So I'm just
here I
making
am.
sure I understand. It's not his own page doing his own.
Let me rewind back.
Now, I want to tell you, I said it. When you had your phone and I told you to go out.
Hold on.
Particular, I'm asking you questions that wasn't
Where is that?
Dan.
No, I'm not pointing to a particular, I'm asking you questions that wasn't near, temporary was granted.
Correct.
Now, these particular posts, and there's quite a few of them. Channel.
Yes.
Asking questions that wasn't
Go outside, I meant stay outside. So I said go outside and then you
That's Noel.
back in, outside.
temporary was.
Right.
Dude, where is this?
Yes?
Yes, you're
Okay.
right. He's commenting about JLR, which is my.
To this video that I'm looking at right now, I'm gonna have to do a part 2 or something like this, guys, because I'm in literally 48 minutes into the hearing. 48 minutes into the hearing. 48 minutes into the hearing, and I'm trying to find my opening part. Right. 48 minutes into the hearing. Right. I want, if y'all watch this on your own, because I'm not going to go through the whole thing today, but as you watch this on your own or whatever, 48, and we're not done. I want you to pay attention as you listen to when I speak. Well, how much time do I get? Like, why am I being rushed? Right. So that's all I ask you to listen to. Right. Plus, if you're familiar with the situation, listen to, what I'm saying. Why is what white boy is presenting and saying, why is that being dismissed? It's a little bit weird. But I don't even know.
I understand.
When I cry in the room, I don't know if you could hurt me, the cat, my family, my mother lives nearby. I don't know if he's gonna go there next. It's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Get killed.
Dude cried in open court because I might hurt his cat. Man, you could say whatever you want about me, man. Don't say that I hurt no women, no kids, or no animals. You won't ever find it. Dox what you want to dox. It don't exist. Never will. Never said anything to hint that. Dude starts crying. And I fast forward. I was trying to find when I spoke, because I do remember when I spoke. I corrected, a statement that was made on, was I contacted again after we met? Everybody who's an OG to this channel, y'all know how that went, right? So I repeated that. And if you don't know, sure, I met these people at the Guy with the Tito case, but I didn't know about him, Betty, and all these people. I didn't know they were all weirdos until I started having a look-see, right? And then I cut off ties, right? But I was asked to go to somewhere else with them, right? No, thank you, right? And then the exposure started happening. But the thing about it is, in open court, there's crying happening. Okay, that's cool. If people are scared that men can cry, that's not like a bad thing. But the crying is because like of the claim that I went and did this damage to a door. Unfortunately, man, we have the FOIA request off that, man. Plunder's already done us the gold on that. Plunder single-handedly is going to help me so much in the very next future. She has no idea. If you are a fan of Plunder, if you support her, tell her I said thank you a million times. This lady literally FOIA requested every 911 phone call for Pasco County on the day that I protested. There's no way that the mannequin saw that Facebook post. There's no way, because why would you tell? I mean, maybe you did, but to make your claim like in open court to say that you called the cops, that I did this. People, I'm not even getting into Nerdy Addict's GoPro that he has in his vehicle that we took a picture of by the sidewalk. There's a lot that I'm leaving out. There's a lot that I'm leaving out. But without Plunder, this whole thing of lying under oath is a dead issue. So man, if you're subscribed to her, anything, if you know her, just tell her I appreciate her. I don't even know if I'm going to go do a part 2. I don't even know if I'm going to go through the rest of this. You know why? It's aggravating for me to listen to it. I had to sit through it. I had to live this, right? I had to deal with the stress from contacting a lawyer, and then all that. This was stressful, without a doubt. But I could see a light, and it's because of Plunder. I don't need to like debunk this thing for you guys to know what's truth and not. It's already out there for y'all to do it, right? I've seen the messages. I've seen all this stuff, right? So it's already out there, and that's all we have to do moving forward. There's so much I want to say, but then I don't want to say it. Let me just read some of these comments. It's so frustrating having to hear some of this stuff again, because like I said, I lived it, right? But I'm so happy that this is out there. I'm so happy that this is out there, because a lot of people witnessed this entire thing. A lot of people know what went down, right? And people get pissed, man. They don't like to see this type of stuff, and for those people, man, just hit me up, man. White Boy Left on Radio at Yahoo. Let me know. Give me a timestamp. Explain what you're trying to tell me, and I'll take all the help that I can get, because I know for a fact, as a lot of you do, that if you listen to this thing in entirety, you're going to hear a lot of things that are just not truthful, and there's receipts with that, right? I don't know how smart it is to review this whole thing. I don't know how smart it is to tell somebody, what your game plan is. So I guess that's just where I'm at. Yeah. You know, man, you have these people on Twitter that they're just like retarded. Like nobody can show me one piece of evidence that I did any of that. That I knocked, that I banged, that I kicked, that I did anything, because it doesn't exist. There's not a police report. Sure, you know what's crazy? Like the lawyer admitted that, oh, what had happened was I forgot the police report. Do you think, and I'm talking to you fangirls, do you think in your right mind that if the mannequin indeed did do a police call about this said door stuff, that it wouldn't be all over Twitter, that he wouldn't have posted it? Come on, man. Of course it would. It doesn't exist. We already know it doesn't exist because Plunder posted the FOIA request that she paid for. So there's a lot of lies to this thing. It's crazy. But what's interesting about this hearing is you guys are not only familiar with this, it shines out a big light on the system, right? Forget about the situation at hand. You know, there's people who have gone and gotten in trouble because of this, right? There's a big light shined on the system right now because you can lie in these hearings and it go the other way, right? So that's really what I'm trying to tell everybody. I'm trying to do in the appeal process. I could care less about. I don't contact the dude anyhow, right? I just don't care. But you know, I would love to see a bigger thing get done. You know, this is a huge loophole. You know, I don't even know me talking about this on the internet is a good idea in an aspect of that. I don't want some psycho to watch this and then go do it. Yeah. So I'm not going to really talk about what's in Nerdy's vehicle and what's not in Nerdy's vehicle, you know? Yep. I remember that. You have to remember, like, the beauty about an appeal for all the people who say, you know, the judge was this and the judge was that. That's your opinion. And I'm not saying that I disagree with you. If you did hear the whole thing, I'm not saying that I disagree with you, but what I'm saying is it goes to a higher court. You have no idea how important this was. Transparency is very important. There's over an hour and 30 minutes long clip of this hearing. You get to hear every word the judge said, every word that I said, and the mannequins. It's hard to have that submit proof. You know, at the end of the day, there was a decision made in this court process, and it had to do off, you know, the judge made her call based on what she was told. So we have to remember that. But with that said, yeah, so this thing is long. I don't really want to even go through the whole thing. Even though I guess I should. I guess I should be capitalizing on this. I guess I should, like, reviewing it's not even. Look, man, people are adults and they can do it for themselves. And I'm not looking for the dig, man. I'm not looking for the dig. I'm not looking for the I told you so. I'm looking for the, hey, white boy, you missed this. You know, you missed this. Maybe this should be brought up. So I want to really urge people to go do it themselves. Have a listen. Okay, I'm going to drop it again. I've watched a couple people like try to like review this, which is cool, and they're free to do. But it's just like, how are you reviewing audio and you don't even know the context behind it, right? Like, you don't know what was said. It's comical at some point, but everybody, like, Monday morning quarterbacks. Everybody says, I would have done this and I would have done that and this and that. And that's cool. Maybe you would have, right? Maybe you would have, right? But what I'm trying to do is appeal and show what you guys already know. You know what I'm saying? This is not for me. I'm, you know, and that's what the plan is, guys. That's what the plan is. I'm not here to, my day in my year and my life does not get affected if I can contact the mannequin or not. You know, at the end of the day, I don't need a judge to tell me I can't contact, I can't call them, I can't text them. I don't need any judge to tell me that because I'm not going to do it on my own behalf, right? But at the end of the day, it's the bigger picture. You know, it's the bigger picture. It's truth and lies, and it's about, you know, it's accountability, you know. Transparency is important because everybody's words are there, right? Everybody's words, the entire thing, transcripts, all of it, right? And that's super important. So I urge you guys to watch the rest of this on your own. But if you can help, reach out, DM me, Twitter, email me. I am working on this. I'm working on this as we speak. But let's read this up. Yep, I'm not gonna. That's why I'm just thinking about this. I'm very happy about this. I'm very excited about this. But at the same time, instead of, you know, I'm gonna go exactly with what you said. Jerry D. What's up, Mr. D's? Yep. So I have the order right here. My order is I could show you what it says in black and white. No con. I can show it to you, or you could look that up too. Yeah. Don't wait late to appeal. We support you. It was effing funny. Pretend cry. Man, yeah, you're. So let me think about this. I would have played your live. I didn't do that exact comment, but I said something like that. You know, it's what do you? I said something into that, like something like that. But at the end of the day, you know, just abuse of power. You know, it was weird, man. It was weird. I walk in there, everything's karate chopped. You know, I can't get no continuance. I tried to show. Again, I haven't heard the whole thing. I skipped the beginning, which this would be in, but I brought the email correspondence, and there was a lot that went into that. Then I go into the process of how I even was referred to that lawyer, how I was even talking to that lawyer. I explained it all, right? But it was like, don't care, you know, which is fine. But then, you know, I clearly say I want to contest these things, you know, and it's just, I don't know, man. In my opinion, I don't really know what to say, but it's all out there now. People have been listening to this and messaging me left and right crazy, and they have their own opinion on it. And none of the opinions are good from what these messages that I'm getting. None of them are good. They don't like, you know, what they heard. So, you know, try to, you know, if that fits you, listen to it. And then, like, you know, what I'm asking you to do is, like, maybe I missed another untruth or so in there, and I would sure love to have it, you know, but only if I could use it, I guess I should say. But we got, you know, so that's just where I'm at, right? Make no mistake, I'm not trying to win this so I can contact them, but that's completely useless. You know, after the airport, Citation thing racist and saying it's going to make a meme. What? I did not know that, Karen. Oh, you have to be talking about the other night. I thought you were talking about like the nerdy attic situation, Karen. I can't even imagine how frustrating it would be to have watched his done. So I really wish there was some type of visual with that audio, but at that moment where you say, let's put it on the screen. So at this moment right here, I paused it because you have to remember, like, there was a couple lies back to back, and that's when the crying happened. No, I didn't. I felt like I gotta have this. I remember telling myself, like, dude just like lied like 3 times in court, right? You produced FOIAs on one of them. The judge literally has the clerk look it up, right? And then people cry. And I remember literally like looking like this. And then I look at 12 o'clock and I catch my eyes to the judge's eyes. The look on her face, like if I could capture that and put that in a bottle and sell, like that look on her face was like, there was a moment where we're both like, what the fuck is this? So no, what I felt was like, I got this in the bag. Like, there's lies, there's cries, there's these looks. So that's what I felt like, if you want to be completely honest. And then somewhere after that, it just went, and you know, towards the end, I did get frustrated. I don't think I said anything disrespectful, but I did get frustrated. How can you not, man? But hey, I am very thankful for the Plunder for getting this. I am so thankful for her. I mean, what do we do here for the people who I'm talking about, the people who really know about this, right? I'm not gonna like try to like paint groups and say, like, for the people who know about this, like, what do I do with this? Maybe I'm thinking wrong, right? But how do I sit? Like, I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say it. I've never been where like this has happened. Like, I guess my question is, like, who do I tell? Who do I tell? Like, hey man, this happened. And this happened based on these events, but the decision was based on this, which was said, here's the truth on this. Who do I give that to, right? That's my real question to people out there. So that's just where we're at, man. I'm sure people will review this thing as they can. You know, I've heard a few. I probably should be more patient. I probably should go let this thing play out and stop it and talk about it every single time. But at the same time, no way. No need to do that, because the track record speaks for itself. I already said this was going to be out. I already told everybody Plunder ordered this, right? And I said in the past what had happened, how I'll be vindicated, right? So there's no need to even do that. The need is how to combat it. That's what I'm really looking for. Everybody has answers, but they got to make sense legally. It's not that easy. Thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. If you have some insight or whatever, share. I'm not, again, just for, if you happen to be, I don't care about contacting him. It's not about winning or losing. It's about truth and lies. So if you know, let me know. But I don't want to go back through this thing. Sure, I guess what I'm trying to say is I could play the whole thing out, Plunder released. I could play the whole thing out, and I can explain what maybe that you can't see, or maybe you can hear it, but you don't know the context behind what's being said or what happened right there. I can go through the whole hearing. I can do all this, right? But I'm not going to do that because, it's not what I said in court. I stand 10 toes on, right? There's nothing I would change. There's nothing I'm worried about. There's nothing where any of that, right? But, if I did lie in court myself, if I lied in court, I would, and it had to do with another YouTuber, I would just listen to that YouTuber, right? And, I would be writing down my game plan, right? So that's exactly where I'm at. That's what I'm not going to do. You see what I'm saying? You guys have heard Nerdy go to court, speak about his experience and stuff like that. You've heard me come back and tell y'all what happened. But I love this. You get to hear it. And matter of fact, Nerdy also, I didn't get to see it, but he played some sort of audio from his hearing. The problem is it's in his members section now. But, so you have a lot of, receipts here that you can compare, and it's just a lot. It's a lot. Okay, let me hit some comments before I get out of here. Yes, he had. Yep, Trisha, absolutely. I'm not getting off yet. Yeah, you can easily watch it on Plunder's video if it's skipping or whatever it's doing. You could go to Plunder's, which you should give her a view, give her a listen. She paid for it. She requested it. She's been advocating for Magnolia. But yeah, I basically, man, I wanted to come on here and time I made this video, the whole thing wasn't out. Only like a little bit of a teaser was. But look, I wanted to come on here and tell y'all about like another thing, man. I posted this on my community wall. I just basically shared it. Look, Magnolia has shared about her cancer lately, and it's just pretty crazy to me, y'all. Like this whole court thing that we're just listening to, I'm there because for advocating for DV, right? And going out there and trying to raise awareness. And you have seen how the internet, a lot of these like cult-like fangirls have treated this woman off the top of just coming out of just her claims, right? You see it, right? You see it. And it's wild because now these some not all, but some are going to the Twitter streets and the Facebook streets, and they're repeating the same nonsense that they said with her, making up this, it's crazy to see. That's one aspect of it, right? Then we also have to remember, like, she has came publicly out about her cancer, but like, how long has she had it? We don't know. We don't know. We have to think as adults, like, was she smacked around stuff when she had cancer? We just don't know. There's not enough information out there. But there are people who are trying to, it's weird. It's weird to see. It's weird to see. But it's the internet, man. There's some parasocial people out there that are just complete weirdos, right? That will attack, that will cling. The army definitely has a whole bunch of these like soulless old ladies, and they have to feel like shit, right? It's one thing to learn, it's one thing to learn that like there's a big group of these women who are purposely doubting and downplaying and dismissing this woman's claims of DV, right? And to learn that the people that are doing that are mostly not only women, but middle-aged women and older, right? To learn that that's the age group of these people doing this is crazy. Then to learn that there's even a few of those women still dismissing, downplaying, doubting, all that, her cancer, then it gets really weird. Because, man, I don't play with cancer. Cancer is look here, man, no jokes about cancer for me, none of that. Cancer is evil. I hope nobody gets it ever. And if anybody ever gets it, you'll never see me on the internet laughing, saying anybody made it up. I'm just never going to do that. You don't want cancer by your family. You don't want nothing to do with it. It's just something that, but to learn that, like, these women of this age group are doing this, it's even weirder because it's like, if anybody's to get cancer, it would be, it's crazy, man. The internet's full of weirdos. I'm fully convinced. Disgusting people. I saw that legally factual, innocent, but I believe, yeah, I don't know what that was either. Cancer sucks. I have it. I'm sorry, Sweet Pea. His followers have been asking for proof. Are you serious? Who does that? Oh, her liver? I don't even know. My dad died of cancer. I'm sorry, Trisha. That sucks. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jen. Damn. A lot of y'all, man. What's weird is like every now and then you see YouTubers that argue. There'll be some YouTubers arguing and they or you see like YouTubers try to tell other YouTubers that about a diagnosis. I never understood this, right? It's happened here in this community quite a few times, right? There's been some creators coming out that said that they have cancer or whatever type of cancer they have, and then you have the people who are saying that like so and so is lying. Like how do you know? Like how do you know? That's as dumb as that's as dumb as saying like that I'm posting your medical records. Like I can't get that, right? It's impossible for me. It's against HIPAA. I can't get your medical records. But how do you know that the creator doesn't have this said diagnosis? Like you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you truly don't. Maybe you think that they don't, but like it's wild, man. You see it a lot. You see it a lot. The treatments hammered body to point of medically retiring me. Damn, your dad. A lot of people. Cancer's all in the comments. I hate to see it, guys. Praying for all of you. I hate to see it. Yes, Sweet Pea. I hate to see it. I'm watching my husband suffer. No good, man. Cancer's no good. It's gotta be hard. So anyway, if you haven't saw that post, I posted it. It's her. She made a long post. She came out. She talked about it, but of course, getting attacked. But on the other hand, there's probably a lot of people who they have to feel like complete dog shit. There has to be a big portion of these fangirls that completely feel like dog shit. Maybe they were just saying, "Oh yeah, you made the DV stuff up. Oh yeah," they were just going along and getting along, right? Go along, get along, gang. Maybe they were just like doing it right to appease or whatever, and then this comes out, right? And there has to be a lot of them that feel like dog shit, right? Because I'm just looking at the comments, and as soon as I said cancer, it affects a lot of people's families, a lot. Let's put them on the screen real fast. I don't know if you guys want me to put them on the screen though, but let's just do this real fast. There's so many, okay? But with that said, like those people, that group of fangirls that were just appeasing, and dismissing like her claims of DV, when that cancer post came out, I bet a lot of them held back from saying anything negative. I bet a lot of them, we'll never know, but I bet a lot of them, checked themselves. Had to be, without a doubt. It's bigger than some creator on YouTube. It's a serious thing, right? It's real life, right? It affects your family. So when she said that, it probably hit him right in the heart. So it's just all very interesting. But I'm just glad that me and anybody in this chat, we're not in that boat, or part of any of that dog shit. Positive energy vibes to all here. It has been a great chat with great people. Hey, we appreciate you coming by, hanging out. I appreciate your comments. You seem like you know about this entire situation. Yeah, he doesn't, Music Mama. You're right. You can't really get mad about the mannequin comparison. It's almost spot on, He doesn't. It's just crazy, y'all. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm glad this stuff is out here. The whole thing is weird. The whole thing is fake. You have people that are just using up. You have people using people. There's a lot of us that see right through this. We see like people using each other, on the expense of this poor family in Arizona that has a missing grandmother. But it's weird to see the juice, I guess he's got a citation or a notice to appear now, right? It's all so weird. It's all very fake. It's all very like it's all so weird. I have people that subscribe to this channel that know me in real life. There's a couple people that like I've been friends with for like 20 plus years, right? And I don't even know if they're like avid subscribers or not, right? But they'll watch my stuff. And like every now and then, I guess, and I'm only guessing, they check in with me, maybe depending on the title or the thumbnail or what it says, right? But I get a call, and it's just like a, I don't even know how I can explain this, right? It's like a reality check. I get a call, and then they're like, "Hey, dude, you getting protection orders now?" Because never in my life have I ever had a protection order, right? But on YouTube, here we go, right? It's just weird. It's refreshing for one, but to have a conversation, to hear from them. But for two, it gives me like a dose of reality. Like it gives me like a dose of somebody who knows about this space, who knows about this little realm that we hang around in, but like they're not fully in it. So they call, and I think they do it just to remind me, just for that purpose. Although I don't know, but it's so interesting, right? But this is YouTube, guys. I don't know how to explain it. Jesus Christ, 22 years old. God bless, man. Check your sub button. Mine was turned to block. Lost my friend 30 years ago. 5 years. She was diagnosed the years we graduated high school, and I still miss her every day. Miss her in my dreams. Sometimes I don't even want to wake up. I can't help that I love you, and I can't make it stop, and I don't want it to stop. It's because you my ball is turned. I don't know. I'm behind, guys. I'm lost to what's being said down here on some of these comments. But I wish everybody seriously, music bomb. But anyway, guys, if you lost somebody to cancer, man, on a serious note, man, that's a serious subject, man. And we're I feel for anybody who's lost anybody or has anybody diagnosed with cancer right now. It's something that everybody should be like kind of scared about. You should take care of your health, guys, because you don't want nothing to do with cancer, man. I've lost a family member due to cancer as well, so I'm like reading your comments and it's hit me in the heart and stuff. But it's nothing to like put down. It's nothing to like, if anybody tells you you have cancer, whether you believe them or not, you should show them a little bit of support, right? Because you don't know. It's just it's something that I don't know. You don't want that karma. I don't even like talking about cancer because it's one of those things that's just like that evil. You want it away from you as much as possible. But to make fun of somebody who possibly could have it, to say somebody's lying, and there's no possible way that you can verify this. It sounds like it's like me in court. I'm getting told that I'm posting. It's impossible. I could not access any of you guys' medical records, nor could you do me. But it is what it is. And if you listen to the rest of that hearing, it gets crazy, y'all. And that's the last time I'm going to say it. I said it before it was out. It feels good to be vindicated. I feel you guys' frustration. I don't know what to tell you guys that are sending the messages to me in the well. All I can tell you is, try to think. Try to think. get the timestamp, try to think, and reach out off of here. That's the best way to handle it, conduct it. Otherwise, we're just not doing no good, or not being productive, or not alerting people. So yeah, the cancer stuff is horrible. Where's Lauren? Who are you talking to? And do they know you are talking to them? I did see some of these comments that I didn't really understand. So good for Wifey for saying that. Who the heck is she talking to or about? Okay, Maurice, you have to. Now everybody's wanting to know. I'm sorry about that. Another realm T. What's up, Canvas and Crime? What's happening, Mama? What's up, Rhonda? I think she's a troll, Rhonda says. Skin cancer 7 times? Oh, man. I've been afraid of that one, too, big time. I've been working in the sun my whole life. I've been really afraid of that one. But, yeah. Anyway, I don't even want to talk about cancer, guys, honestly. But Magnolia has it. On my community wall, she made a GoFundMe about the entirety of everything, right? Everything, the DV, the cancer, everything, and it's pretty long. You can read it. It's on my wall. But I'm gonna drop this again, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but transparency is always important because it just is for so many different reasons. So big shout out to Plunder for doing this. For posting this, for spending money to get this. I urge y'all to go over her channel. Go to her channel, give her a view, hit the like, tell her White Boy sent you. Because she's done a lot. She's helped out, big time in multiple different ways. Everyone have a great night. We got your back, man. I appreciate it. Trisha became a member a minute ago. I got Brenda. I did say shout out to Brenda. Thank you, Brenda, for becoming a member. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do content-wise this week. It'll come when it comes. Paper Cut Tina is on. I got to address that. But I strongly suggest you go over to Plunder, listen to the raw audio. Just listen to the hearing. And have your own, opinion on it. Especially if you're familiar with the whole thing. That's what I would suggest to do. If I had more time, I'd go through the whole thing, but I don't know. Something just told me when I was doing this, like, fuck it. Don't even do that. For what? You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Much love. I'm jumping off. Smash a like on my video. And yeah, make sure you tell Plunder we said thank you, guys. All right. Till the next one. What's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, hit that like. Subscribe to my clip channel at White Boy Radio Clips. And in the description box is the link to be a member. Become a member if you can. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay safe, stay smart. Peace.